You know quantum computers. You know blockchain. But do you know both together? Dynex was the first platform to create a neuromorphic supercomputing blockchain-based algorithm which solves real-world problems. And the best part? Anyone can post a job, whether a company from the Global 2000, a machine learning job, or fintech and pharmaceutical. And if you don't want to program it yourself, get an expert directly at the marketplace. Run the job and be impressed by the fast result.
Hey, what's going on, everyone? Vega here for SerpentX Tech. Welcome back to another episode of Caffeine Crypto, a live stream that we do every Saturday around 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. The stream itself is brought to you by Dynex, as you just saw from the ad that just played before. And unfortunately, it's a little bit of a mixed day today. You know, Bitcoin and a lot of the other coins before I started the stream were in the red. We have a few coins in the deep greens, like Internet Computer, Bitcoin Cash that nobody cares about, Toncoin, and a number of others that are up quite a bit. Lido, I think this is Optimism up 5.4%. FTT token still pumping somehow, and Cake, and a few others that I'm not really like over the moon for. But yeah, Bitcoin is down to 42.6 now. Compared to where we were before. Ethereum sitting around at 23. It did pump though over the week, as did BNB and a few others compared to our last stream or the last time we caught up, you and I. I hope you're all having yourself a wonderful day wherever you are in this world. And I thank you for joining us, whether it's live or later on. Make sure to let me know whether you watch live or later on in the live chat. What's up, Redputs, Neomorphous? Appreciate you stopping by. Crypto McKell should be wrapping up their stream shortly. And I'm not sure if Red Panda's going on today, but we're just going to keep on rocking and rolling. Might not be able to do a live stream next Saturday. So bear with me as you all find out why I would be unable to do a live stream next Saturday. But you just have to stay tuned for that. Anyways, we've got the chart looking at the 4-hour right now. And so the beginning of this week, what day was the beginning of this week? The 25th, right? So from the 25th, we're looking back all the way to the November, actually. So this is early December. 25th. All right, here we are. So on the 25th, we were around 43K. We pumped up to about 43, almost touching 44. Let's say 43.7, 43.8 twice, right? So in this 1 week, we're trying to push up to that 44K range, and you can see there's just a wall there, right? There's something there that we just cannot break through, no matter what we do. I'll move that up just a tad, and we touched it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Technically 8, but we'll skip that one. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 times already. So that 44K barrier of resistance is really holding us down. I believe a significant news announcement might help pump that or break through that, but it's going to take a significant move indeed. You can see some buy signals that flash on this particular chart, provided to you by my buddy over at DCA. And I know everybody's got their own charts, and I'm not a TA expert. I'm learning more and more as I go. It's kind of a learning curve for me. But on the 4-hour, you know, Bitcoin's being held down. On the daily, you know, kind of the same thing. If we look at that line, that's where we keep touching off of. You know, we basically, touched it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 times on the daily. So very key resistance. Will we break out of it? I think so, but we're now falling below the 20 EMA, right? So now that's going to turn into resistance right here on the daily, if you notice that. So if anything, we could bounce around in between these two, the 20 and the 50. Or we could just push and turn it into support and stay above that 20, but we'll see. Either way, if you look at it, if you zoom out, you know, Bitcoin's been on a nice little run. And, you know, as Bitcoin stalls, right, as it moves sideways, we have all the other altcoins that come and join us and stuff like that. Let's go take a quick look at Ethereum. As today we're going to have some news about SBF, Bitcoin ETF, as everybody wants. Kathy Wood, a little video from her, or the CNBC news team, talking more about, you know, ETF, Bitcoin, altcoins. Got a federal judge ruling. Ethereum is jump, and India is going to block Binance, Haibu, and a couple other crypto exchanges. Now, Solana looking pretty nice lately. Scams are still rampant in the industry. We'll talk more about that later on. But Ethereum this week, you know, made a nice little pump. Let's get rid of these lines here. And you can see we're in an obvious upward trend. It just wasn't keeping up with Bitcoin. You know, compared to Bitcoin and the altcoins, like it was doing its own thing. If you look right below me here, right, there's Bitcoin's line over the 7 days and there's Ethereum's line. So it's kind of doing the same thing, but not quite. So Ethereum was just on its own trek. Whereas if we look at some of the other coins, for example, Cardano, it looks like it's following Bitcoin. What else looks exactly like Bitcoin's chart? You know, just a few of the altcoins that follow Bitcoin's, maybe Stellar, I want to say. Yeah, Stellar looks like it's following. So a few of the altcoins following Bitcoin's optimism, but Ethereum and optimism probably more closely aligned. So what's going to happen? Well, everybody speculates online that, you know, especially with the news about the Bitcoin ETF, that, you know, we're going to continue this bull market into 2024 and 2 new all-time highs by the end of 2024, if not Q1, Q2, 2025. I still have remained, my prospects or my vision of the future still remains the same. Maybe not a new all-time high in 2024 like some people are calling for, but definitely in 2025 a new all-time high, because we got the Bitcoin happening, we got the election year in the United States. I think those will play a role as we continue to wait on regulators and the politicians to you know, kind of be a little bit more lenient or willing to work with the crypto industry. But we'll see how things pan out in the future. All I know is Bitcoin, blockchain, and certain crypto assets are not going anywhere. So I'm just going to stack some sats, chill out, and go from there. I know a lot of colleagues have been talking about the Bitcoin, but not just Bitcoin, the Bitcoin ecosystem, the BRC20 tokens, right? Especially, what was it? Coin Bureau, I think Altcoin Daily did a video, you know, saying that the Bitcoin's ecosystem, the BRC20 ecosystem, is kind of in its infancy, and those who get in should reap the rewards. And they likened it to like Ethereum in the early days. Is that actual? You know, maybe they're just being bullish and overhypey. But, you know, nothing but respect to the individuals that talk about that. But we'll see, right? Will adoption happen? Will people flock to the BRC20 ecosystem? Or is it just, you know, another project that does good for a little bit, get some hype, get some news coverage, and then, you know, moonbags, take profit and gets out, you know? Because the volume on here is not as significant as we would see within the Ethereum ecosystem, which is much more broad. But the fear and greed fallen down out of the 70s. We've been staying in the 70s pretty consistently, and now we've fallen out of it. So I'm interested to see how things pan out. Now, you do have to bear with me. I am currently on call. I am currently working. I do have a 9 to 5. I do have a family to take care of. So you might hear some dings, some bings, some bonks in between, and I do apologize because I know it drives some of you crazy. But just bear with me as we go through this live stream. And I'll lead you into whoever goes on live at 12, if it is indeed Red Panda. I just didn't see a stream when I scheduled this one. So, SBF, and if you are trying to get my attention, please do me a favor and send a super chat or at me in the live chat. I will get to you as soon as possible. But once again, thank you everybody for stopping by. Crypto Pounder 4, make sure you check your DMs. Son of Rabid Panda, Ursa Prime, Hereby Service, The Pirate, Chris Hanley, and Coinology. Appreciate you guys stopping by. What's up? So SBF, Sam Bankman-Fried, right? I got a couple of articles here about it, but let's see what's popping with SBF, right? So U.S. prosecutors say that they do not plan to conduct a second trial against SBF, who was convicted last month of stealing from customers of his now bankrupt FTX cryptocurrency exchange. In a letter filed on Friday night in a federal court in Manhattan, prosecutors said the strong public interest in a prompt resolution of their case against a 31-year-old, benefits outweigh the benefits of the second trial. Weighs particularly heavy here, right? Says the interest weighs particularly. Prosecutors said that the interest weighs particularly heavily here, given that SBF scheduled sentencing on the 28th of March is likely to include orders of forfeiture and restitution for victims of his crime. So a lot of those big investors, probably like the Tom Brady's, Gisele's, and all the others who fell for their scheme, including the quarterback for my local team's NFL, Mr. Trevor Lawrence. What we got here? Jurors convicted SBF on November 2nd. We know about that on 7 fraud and conspiracy counts. Prosecutors has accused him of looting $8 billion from FTX customers out of just sheer greed. Bankman-Fried has faced 6 additional charges that had been severed from his first trial, including campaign finance violations, conspiracy to commit bribery, conspiracy to operate an unlicensed money transmitting business. And obviously that was a big one, the first one right there, which is included charges in campaign finance violations, right? Because he gave to both parties, Republican and Democrat, here in the States. He had been, obviously extradited, if you know the story, from the Bahamas to the U.S., where he faced his trial. So a second trial is not likely, as people just want to move on. Honestly, I'm sure the crypto industry just wants to move on as well. Like, we're tired. I have been tired of FTX, SBF, constantly, like, that's the topic, that was the article, that was all the news, or the crypto influencers, which are different from the crypto mining educators, by the way. That was all that we're talking about, and it was driving me up the wall, and it still drives me up the wall. I really don't care about the situation, but I wasn't one of the many impacted, and I know this impacted many. And if you are one of those individuals, I'm so sorry. Like, I'm really so sorry. But honestly, I don't care about this situation, right? This is a bad actor that took advantage of individuals, try to make a play without their authorization or permission, and that play backfired on them. And they were left with their bags a lot emptier than they anticipated, and then needing to repay large quantities of funds. So very unfortunate, but just move on. Like, we're ready to move on. Bankman-Fried's verdict came nearly 1 year after FTX filed for bankruptcy, erasing the once $26 billion personal fortune in one of the fastest collapses of major participant in U.S. financial markets. Definitely something, a new world record there with what happened with FTX and SBF, how quickly they went from billions to nothing. But SBF could face decades in prison when he is sentenced by the U.S. District Judge Louis Kaplan in Manhattan. Prosecutors said much of the evidence that could be offered at a second trial was already presented at the first trial. So there's really no need for a first trial whatsoever. Thank you, Crypto Pounder. Give me that information when you get a chance, so we can get that jingle miner over to you. When he testified, and it says here he testified at the trial, he made mistakes running FTX, including but not creating a team to oversee risk management, but did not steal customer funds. If you listen to, I forgot the young lady's name. There was a number of people covering the trial. SBF was shooting himself in the foot more than anything by putting himself on the stand. So it didn't really work out in his favor whatsoever. But summary is, there probably won't be a second trial, because all the evidence and everything that they needed was already done in the first trial. I'm not a lawyer. I'm not in the legal space. What is the counter punch from his legal team? I don't know. But yeah, he's done, guys. He's done. And what's this about FTX or another FTX trying to start up, or trying to like somebody's trying to rebuild FTX? Like, did you guys hear about that? I don't know much about it, but I mean, FTT token, as we saw over here, I mean, it's still going up. It's up 13%, 13.6%. But if we zoom out here, obviously it's nowhere near what it was before the collapse. You can see the collapse at the end of October, leading into November, till eventually the bankruptcy filing. If we zoom in a little bit here, let's go the past month. You know, at the beginning of December, it was up almost $5.60, and now here we are. So I mean, it's up, but it's like meh, you know. Where the heck is it? Let's go see what markets is it on. Okay, so it's still on Binance, still on Gate.io, Haibu Global. What's up, Crypto Mikkel Ray? Thank you for stopping by, guys. Appreciate you coming and hanging out with us. Automatic Beats, how you doing, buddy? Thank you for being a member of the channel. Crypto Craig, Taines, hope you're doing good. Dakota Miner. So, anyways, we were talking about SBF and how there will likely not be a second trial because all the evidence was presented in the first trial. I'm talking about I just want to move on. The crypto industry wants to move on, and that's where we're at. Obviously, I give a little bit of TA talking about the Ethereum chart, the Bitcoin chart, and how some altcoins are not following Bitcoin, which is something to keep an eye on, and how just a recap for some of those that just came in. What's up, Retro Mike? Good morning to you. Is basically the BRC20, and maybe you let me know in the live chat. Some of the crypto influencers are talking about how the BRC20 ecosystem is likened that to the early days of the Ethereum ecosystem, and those who participate, you know, in some of these BRC20 assets, whatever classes they are, NFTs or otherwise, should see remarkable funds or profits if they participate now and hold to later. But I didn't shoot it down. I just don't think so. I don't think it's as popular as some may seem. I know it got very popular there, especially with ordinals, but I just like SBF, I really don't care, right? And I'd care about crypto and blockchain, but I just don't care about every single asset and token and NFT and this, that, and the other thing. And I don't care about SBF and FTX, but I do care about my colleagues, our friends, our family members who were impacted by the loss of their funds due to SBF's actions. So don't get me twisted for, you know, unempathetic or anything like that. But yeah, 110 years. Potential maximum sentence of 110 years. 100, he's 30, what, 33 now, 32, right? 31, 32, somewhere in there. 110 years. You're never getting out. Maybe he might get out because his parents would do something because they got money, or maybe he's, you know, comes and gets out on good behavior but can't get back into the blockchain or crypto infrastructure or ecosystem anymore. But I don't know. I'm just ready to move on and stop hearing about this guy. Let's see what this article has to say. It says, fallen crypto king SBF will not face a second trial. So it's the same thing that we talked about, the charges, how getting on the stand was not exactly in his best interest because he looked like a complete idiot. What's his legal team's defense? Probably nothing. So this guy's Dunsky, man. Dunsky. Anyways, moving on to the Bitcoin ETF. Approval tipped to be sell the news event. Crypto Quant. Right? So, I mean, honestly, it's been kind of like that. It's been pretty much a sell the news event. You know, it just, oh, Bitcoin ETF is coming. Pump. Oh, Bitcoin ETF could get approved by this date. Pump. Oh, it was delayed. Dip. Oh, the SEC's playing hardball. Dip some more. Oh, but, you know, BlackRock said they could do this. Blah, blah, blah. Grayscale gets approved. Pump some more. It's like, give me the damn product already. Or give the investors the product, because those are the people that are going to be doing it and being like, hey, Tom, I need you to allocate about 3% of my portfolio into that Bitcoin ETF from Grayscale or BlackRock or VanEck or whatever, 21 shares and all the different companies that applied for one. But anyways, Bitcoin is expected to correct as low as 32K next month following the potential approval of a spot Bitcoin ETF, according to data provider Crypto Quant. And what is being, hang on one second, told you I was working. And for those of you that just showed up, I am currently working. I'm on call this week, so bear with me. So in what is being described as potentially sell the news event, Crypto Quant said in a note to CoinDesk that traders' unrealized profits are currently lingering at the level that historically precedes a correction. Sell the news is a well-known term. We all know what sell the news is. Because traders capitalize on the overcrowded long trade, trapping those with leverage and forcing them to close or get liquidated at prices against them. An ETF being approved is perceived as a bullish event, as it will open up inflows to Bitcoin from institutions, thus creating consistent buy pressure. Short-term Bitcoin holders are experiencing high unrealized profit margins of 30%, with which historically have preceded price corrections, red circles. And you got a chart here from CryptoQuant where they say, moreover, short-term holders are still spending Bitcoin at a profit, while rallies usually come after short-term losses are realized. So basically, we're due for a correction, right? Is what CryptoQuant is saying through data and stuff like that. I can't make this chart any longer or any bigger, but yeah. So the purple gets high, you know, usually we're due. And the purple says profit loss margin. There's a line in purple that says realized price, and then profit loss margin is the black. So are we due for correction? What do you guys think? In the live chat or in the people that or any of the people that watch this in the future, are we due for a Bitcoin correction? What do you guys think? Let me know. Sound off. Let me know. We also got another quote here from, is that Capro? With Bitcoin up 60% since ETF mania began a few months ago, and with every man and his dog on X.com expecting the approval on or around January 10th, some people say January 8th, we must start to anticipate a much larger volatility events up and down in this region. Risk today is substantially higher for long Bitcoin positions than it was just a few weeks ago. Checking my work. Okay, whatever. A bunch of spam. That's all we get. So yeah, are we due for a correction? CryptoQuant believes so. If we did fall, let's just say here, let's just entertain the idea. 32K. Let's say we fell. Maybe not today. This is on the daily. Let's say sometime this week we fell from where we are to 32K. What would that be? That'd be about a 25% dip. About a 25% dip. And honestly, I could see that, right? So, I mean, if we think about it, you know, with the whole, and I see some super chats. Thank you, Yeti, for swinging through. Son of Rabbit Panda, he'll be out in the next 5 years. So, Son of SBF will be out in the next 5 years, says Son of Rabbit Panda. We will see. You know, rich people can just get away with things that poor people can't, unfortunately. It's just the way of the world. It doesn't matter. Anyways. With all the negative attention as we've been pushing up, or Bitcoin's been pushing up, that we've been getting or seeing, right? The whole Elizabeth Warren, Jamie Dimon's statements, and then behind the scenes, his firm is accumulating, developing, building on blockchain, whatever. So kind of hypocritical, not kind of, but is being hypocritical. It would not surprise me that there's a large dip, ETF approval, large dip, or large dip ETF approval, and then a large buying opportunity, because I'm sure these institutions, while we've been sitting here speculating on when the ETF's coming out, and if you're in a position like myself where you can't spend thousands of dollars at the whim on buying digital assets or NFTs, then, you know, you've been DCing, or you've been trying to average, you know, increase the amount of holdings you have over time rather than large chunks. These institutions have been buying this stuff in large chunks over time. Meanwhile, they're being negative in a public space. They're talking ish about it, and they're trying to push the price down so that way their institution can buy at a cheaper price. But there's also OTC that's not even on the chart. So I would not be surprised if we had a dip before the next, you know, actual bull run. This is kind of a bull run to lead to the opening ramp, but it's not the bull run. At least that's my thoughts, and that's pure speculation, not financial advice. Anything I say on this channel is not financial advice. But we got Kathy Wood here, ARK Invest in Pro Shares, right? Kathy Wood, you know, they also applied for an ETF, Bitcoin Strategy ETF, after exiting GBTC, CNBC Crypto. So we'll probably listen to this. I'm not sure how long it is, But before we do that, let's go take a look at what we got here. So crypto stocks, Bitcoin miners sell off profits, profit-taking caps, explosive year-end. I love these titles. Guys, do better on these titles. Come on, Christian. Anyways, shares of U.S.-listed cryptocurrency-related companies sold off heavily on Friday morning as investors took profit on the last trading day of the year after explosive rally in 2023, right? And usually at the end of the year, and usually from Thanksgiving all the way to the end of the year, we see a dip in the crypto market. It actually did the opposite this year. Like there was some pullback, but it actually did the opposite of this year or the previous years, where I see during the holidays a big pullback, and then as we lead into, maybe spring, let's say end of February into March, we start to make another run up. And I wouldn't be surprised if that's still going to happen, right? So around the ETF approval, which everybody's saying either January 8th, January 10th, a pullback, and then months go by, or a couple months go by, January, February, and then the run up. Would not be surprised. And even if Bitcoin did not dip down, I personally will be dollar cost averaging and grabbing if I have the extra funds. The problem is, again, not everybody has that capability. If you're in a position like me, your options are to exchange or convert another asset, another altcoin into Bitcoin, or to, when you get paid $20 here, $10 there, $50 there. That is our only options, because we got bills to pay, we got things to do. Whereas others with the luxury and the capability and financially to do this are doing it in the thousands, if not tens of thousands, if not hundreds of thousands. You know what's funny to me is I noticed in NiceHash for easy mining, somebody's been buying up a lot of the thing. And what's stupid to me is that they're not even hitting a Bitcoin block. I know a few Bitcoin blocks got hit, but it's so much worse. It's so much less likely to hit a Bitcoin block right now than it was in the past. So people are just throwing their money away when they just go to a market maker or an exchange, SEX, whatever, centralized exchange or DEX or whatever's Bitcoin's on, and just buy Bitcoin directly instead of messing around. But whatever. Crypto exchange Coinbase, Coin, which is its abbreviation or symbol on Robinhood or various trading firms, Cash App, yada yada yada, declined 8% during the early hours of Friday, while the shares of relentless Bitcoin holder MicroStrategy, with nearly $6 billion in BTC in its treasury, dropped nearly 7%. So basically stocks, right, as they go on to list that NASDAQ Bitcoin mining operations like Marathon Digital Holdings, Riot Platforms, suffer losses ranging in 10% area, while smaller public miners like CleanSpark and Hut 8 also fell nearly 20%. So these mining operations are taking profits. At the end of the year, they're taking profits. They're probably doing some tax loss harvesting as well, doing whatever they can to square away their books and prepare for this tax season coming up here in the United States. So it would not surprise me if that indeed was the reason for our dipping down. So if we look at the 25th, this week is more of a red week, it looks like, right? So the 25th, again, we start at roughly almost 44K, but let's say 43.8, and we're down all the way now to 42.5, but we got all the way down to roughly 41.3. So if you had like a short position and a long position in between that 44 to 41.5 range, you probably were able to make some profits as things bounced around in that arena. Good job on that if you do have that. But this week has been mostly red. Let's go look at the weekly. Yeah, so this week was red, right? The previous week was green. The week before that was red, and then look at all this green. It was bound to happen. We were on a straight up trajectory as far as Bitcoin goes, starting back in October, right? The week of October 16th. And so we needed to stop, bounce around for a bit, and then maybe take another leg up. But then now people are calling for the leg down. And so if we look at the weekly and we go from where we are now to this this line that I have drawn here, which is just me speculating once again, that's about a 7% dip. Maybe let's say 8% dip. And I definitely could see a drawdown of 8%. A drawdown of 25%, I think it's unlikely. Us going back to 32K would be nice. I actually have a position in at 27.9. But could we go down to where we just marked, which was, the like 38, 39 range? I think so. 32, I don't think is likely, but nothing is out of the realm of impossible. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, so basically below 40K. So that's $4,000, $2,000. We could probably dip below that. I think 38. I think 38 possible. 32, maybe not as possible. 27.9, where I have a buy position in, not likely at all. But Bitcoin does what it wants, and that's just pure speculation on my part. And there's much more knowledgeable TA or technical analysis individuals or analysts out there than myself that I would urge you to go check out. Here's another video here, but we're not going to play it yet. Federal judge sides with SEC ruling that Do Kwon and Terraform Labs violated U.S. law. I remember he was arrested, and we talked about it on the show. I'm not sure when it was. A few weeks ago, months ago. I'm not sure. But another bad actor who made mistakes. This is the whole USDT or the Luna collapse and the stable coin that they had, the pegging, yada, yada, yada. So get all these bad actors out. Let's build for the future a stable platform, stable ecosystems that are meant to provide a tangible benefit to the world, not just moon coins and meme tokens, but actual tangible benefits, use cases, stuff like that. Let's build for the future to make not only our financial system, but the overall world better. Like, blockchain can be applied to so many different industries. And it can be adapted for those industries that I think it's the blockchain, like I said, the underlying technology is really game changing. The various cryptocurrencies that we have, which right now coin market cap says 2 million plus. That's a lot of S coins, guys. That's a lot of coins that don't do anything for us. I want tokens that do stuff for us, that help the people, that build upon something. Not just, here's a picture of my dog. And not that I don't like Dogecoin. I love Dogecoin. I love the Shiba community. Bonk blew up, and I think some people were able to take profits. Now look how far down it is. Let's see here. So it took off. Let's go all. Started in January of 2023. The whole year was that many cents. I can't even say that. There's so many zeros, right? So let's say you got some back here in September 2023. Pumped all the way up to here. And that's still like 4 zeros, 2445 versus 8 zeros, 7 zeros. And people took profits, and then here we are back down again. But, what is the point of Bonk? Let's look at what's about Bonk. Where's the about section? According to one pager, Bonk is the first dog-themed coin on Solana. I think that's the biggest thing, is that it was on a different ecosystem, right? For the people, by the people, with 50% of the total supply of the cryptocurrency airdrop to the Solana community. Bonk is similar to SHIB or Dogecoin meme tokens. It was launched in December 25th, 2022, but the charts only started in January and led to an increased price of SOL token. It rose 34% in 24 hours. Trading began on December 30th, 2022, arousing genuine interest in the crypto community. So it's under meme token. The main goal of the team is to bring back liquidity to Solana-based decentralized exchanges. The idea of the developers was to create a full-fledged community coin that will be used across all the dApps built on Solana, and each user will have the opportunity to become part of the ecosystem where everyone got a fair shot. Bonk was airdropped randomly to Solana NFT collectors, developers, and artists. Other airdrop details remain unknown. Currently, the project is a small digital footprint on the internet, except for the active Twitter account, which they are very active. And that does play a role in whether or not you should consider investing in the project. But, market cap is, basically 200 or 100 and something underneath a billion. 24-hour volume is 173 million. So, it's still got attention. And the volume compared to the past, like, you can't even see the volume over here. It was a couple 100,000, millions, died down over the years, less than a million, couple million, and all of a sudden moonshot, 1.8 billion, and then right underneath a billion. So I want tangible benefits, guys. Give me a tangible token, a tangible something I can utilize that will benefit the world. Anyways, revenge of ETH. Is Ethereum 9% jump start of the something big, right? I think there's an upgrade coming. Hang on. I have not caught up on Ethereum in a while. Ethereum upgrades 2024. What's it called? Sharding? No, what is it called? Increased transaction speed and infinity implementation. Sharding. Yeah, sharding. Increased transaction speed. The anticipated positive insights by 2024. So what is EIP something? What's the EIP? What is the EIP that's going to happen? Okay, you don't have it. But yeah, so that's one of the upgrades. Possibly reduce gas fees, enhance security, sustainability, more empowering of DeFi and dApps, but increased transaction speed and efficiency with the implementation of sharding and the transition to proof of stake. Ethereum is expected to process transactions much faster than its current capability. Gas fees are not as bad as they used to be. What is the EIP? Damn it. I want to know the number. I remember the number. All right. Kind of remember the number. 4840. Thank you. Proto-dank sharding. Thank you. Jeez Louise. So, yeah. First half of 2024, proto-dank sharding upgrade. Is that the reason for the pump? Probably not. Let's see what this article says is the reason for the pump. And I'll check chat in just a minute. But basically, after being drastically outperformed by Solana, for the past 3 months, the price of Ethereum suddenly spiked about 9% in the last 24 hours, leading to some bullish sentiment of the returning of Ethereum. And that was on December 28th, which was 2 days ago. The revenge of ETH is starting, wrote Jordi Alexander, the chief investment officer at Saline Capital, in December 27th post on Twitter. There you go. After flipping Boris with tuxedo, you were meant to rotate back to ETH. Oh my goodness. Anyways, Alexander pointed out the recent rally across several altcoins, and Michael Saylor buying another 615 million worth of Bitcoin on December 26th as solid foundation for Ethereum to make an upside move over the next few weeks. I don't understand that, no, because Bitcoin has been on a constant pump up, as we talked about, but Ethereum just wasn't following. Anyways, here we got another quote from the individual that says, the risk reward of Ether is so compelling here that I see a liquidity black hole now forming in January. Pseudonymous trader Pentoshi added his bullish target for Ether, posting a semi-cryptic chart to X with the approximate price target of 34.85. So he's saying that Ethereum could hit 34.85. Let's go here. Let's go to the daily. 34.85. Let's put it right there. All right, so, oops. 34.85. We'll leave it right there. All right, so to go from where we are to 34.85. Well, I did 25, but that's basically almost a 50% pump. Jeez Louise. Heck nah, dude. What are you doing? I mean, are you calling for this when? Slowly, then all at once. It's building. Okay. So it's going to say it's going to happen over time. I mean, I could see after the upgrade with proto-dank sharding on EIP 4844, I could certainly see Ethereum not only pumping before the upgrade, but definitely a certain time after the upgrade. But we'll just have to wait and see. But I don't think it's going to go straight to that number. It's definitely going to be something that builds up over time. I'm just checking my work. Thank you for your patience. All right, good job, guys. Let me see if anybody's talking to me. Real quick, thank you for your patience. I really appreciate it. Laura is at it again. Yep, Laura's a pain. I don't know, man. I know. So I turn to you because I'm pretty sure a lot of you, most of you, either got out of Ethereum. Like a lot of people say that they sold their Ethereum and got into Caspa, or a lot of people say that they got out of Ethereum once they switched to proof of stake from proof of work, or what have you. There might be some people still hanging on to their Ethereum, myself included, but not as many people as it once was. So what is your take on it? And even if Ethereum does pump, let's say, hang on one second, let's do some math. Let's do some math real quick. I'm just curious. So ETH to USD. Let's say we had 2 ETH right now. That's $46,000. But let's say Ethereum goes up to 7K, right? 7K per coin. That's $14,000, right? So calculator, like the jump isn't as big, and it's hitting $7,000. I don't think it's going to happen like in 2024, 2025, but I mean, long term, over the next 5 to 10 years, maybe 7K is possible for Ethereum, as long as they continue to build, upgrade, fees are good, transaction times are low, the proto-dank sharding is working accordingly with the EIP. So how do you do this? 4632 divided by, let's say, 17,101. I said, man. It's not going to be as big of a jump like as you might see, like say for example you were on Pepe Pal and that thing blew up. So I think the gains, what I'm trying to say here and I'm failing to do, is the gains we could see from Ethereum's pump is not as profound and not as enticing, at least to me. Is it enticing to you? Like, does this make you want to get back into Ethereum if you did sell your bags? Because there might be something coming on the horizon that you like with Ethereum. Like, I don't know. Let me know. Sound off in the comments or in the live chat, which we're going to check here in just a second. So basically, this article is just talking about how Ether's 102% gain was dwarfed by Solana's staggering 915 year-to-date rally. Arbitrum is cheap and fast as Solana in every meaningful way. OX Polygon is insanely cheap and fast for more mature ecosystem, plus its single best vision. I actually like Polygon. Time of publication, ETH is changing hands for 24/17. And now it is 23/16. So it did have a pullback, as you can see here. It started the week around 22.7. So $2,270. Pumped up to 24.50. And now then came back to 22.70 again. So yeah, it's bouncing off of that 20. You see how it's like following that 22 and just touched it recently? So we'll see. We'll see. I don't know. Moving on, because I got to play some videos for you while I interact during the last 15 minutes of the stream with you guys. India takes steps to block Binance, Haibu, and other global crypto exchanges. Anybody in India? Anybody watching this video from India? I'm interested to know. Interested to hear from you. People forget things fast, says Techman. Jason, mining, yes, I believe a little dip is coming, looking around the 30 to 35K range. Okay. So you definitely, Jason, you think the 32K range that Bitcoin could fall to is plausible. All right. What else we got here? Small corrections is healthy, says Automatic Beats. Shay Mining says, good morning. Hope you are doing good, bud. Son of Rabbit Panda, BTC USDT TA shows a triangle broken downward, sign for price fall. Okay. So, Son of Rabbit Panda talking a little TA for us. Again, saying that the BTC USD pair TA, or technical analysis, shows a triangle broken downwards, sign for price fall. Okay, I'm seeing what you're talking about. Dakota Miners, zero leaks. Talking about a great for leaking GPUs. Wait, what? Zero leaks, Dakota. What are you? I'm guessing there's something I don't know about. What's up, Davenport Tuber? I didn't even see you. Hopefully you're still here. I meant to text you. Devonport Tuber is local. Oh, speaking of local, remember that whole idea I had back in the day about getting some of the local people here in Jacksonville to meet up for some beers on an afternoon? I'm trying to figure out the best time to do that. I already have the place, the venue. It's actually in Orange Park, Florida. If you guys are local to Jacksonville or Duval or Clay County, Orange Park, Florida is where I would like to have us all meet during the afternoon, but it doesn't have to be like a late night party, you know. I wouldn't be able to stay late anyways, but maybe like a Saturday after one of these live streams, we all catch up around, you know, maybe 1 p.m. or maybe we might do it later, like 5 p.m., 4 p.m., somewhere in there. Go have a couple beers and talk crypto. I will announce the place right now, actually. Let's see here. What is it? Cultivated brewery. Is that it? Hang on one second. Thank you for your patience, guys. Nope. I don't think that's it. 17. Let's go back here. I want to show you guys where I live, but it's definitely in Orange Park. And it's a family friend who has, yeah, Cultured Collective Brewing Company. There we go. So let me share this now. So, Cultured Collective Brewing Company. This is where I'm thinking about hosting our little venue. And it's got a nice little open patio. There's an arcade there. Good beer. And we can all gather together, talk crypto, talk blockchain, discuss amongst one another, argue respectively, disagree respectively, agree respectively amongst one another, peers, colleagues, excited for this wonderful world we live in, as well as drink some good beer. So keep an eye on Twitter. If you're not following me already, if you are near Jacksonville, Orange Park area, and you're near this location, please stand by. I'm going to try to get us to meet up. I think some of them, him himself, the owner, has been gathering like-minded individuals in the crypto space. And they even have, I believe, a micro miner or a nano Bitcoin lottery miner. So very cool. Again, a family friend. And I think this would be a good spot for all us together. I'm not talking about hosting a big house party. You know, obviously everybody is welcome. But, you know, be respectful and mindful of, you know, the venue that we're at. I don't think we can host like 1,000 people, but I think we can make it work. So stay tuned. I'd be interested to, because I've been wanting to do that for a while. I just haven't been able to. Okay, Retro Mike. I still view ETH as the platform until I see a mass move of dApps, NFTs, games. Yeah, you know what? Honestly, you're right. How much activity has there been? What is it? dApp Radar? dApp Radar. Boosted all rankings, exchanges. I want to, can I sort by chains? Yes, Ethereum. Okay, that's an ad. 3.14 billion on Uniswap, Uniswap V2, OX. What about games? Let's see here. Games. Never heard of that. This one's picking up. Champions of Arbrathia. No idea. 5.1K volume. DeFi. That's on Polygon, Blast, Juniper, Gambling, MetaWin, Blockchain Bets. But, like, I mean, there's only like 3 or 4, right? Let's look at the games. Like 3 or 4 at the top, and then the rest just fall off. League of Kingdoms, collectibles. So that's NFTs, isn't it? So, but this is a game and a collectible. Okay. What's social? Okay. Yeah, so I'm with Retro Mike. I'm waiting for some development within the ecosystem that really drives traffic to us. Jason Mining says we were cracking jokes on Kotex ad that was playing. Oh, sorry. I try to stop the ads when they pop up, but I sometimes miss them. So thank you so much for your patience and stuff like that. SerpentX, let's do something in Vegas, October 5th through the 12th. I don't know, man. I'll keep in touch and we'll see. But you know, going anywhere is expensive these days, especially for little me and wifey and the fam. But yeah, we'll keep you posted. Devonport Tuber, I can bring mystery door prizes. Well, it'd be good to have you. It'd be good to see you again. And I appreciate you, and I haven't forgot about you, and I sent you something. What you know, to give back to what I owe, and I appreciate your patience and everything. Anyways, India blocking Binance, Haibu, and other global crypto exchanges. So India, remember, they were the leaders of the G20 summit, and their rules, their regulations, or their policies really don't look good for blockchain. If India gets a stronghold in the governing regulation political body and it comes to crypto, they're going to regulate it into the ground. And here they are cracking down. Now, are they cracking down too much? Or are they cracking down because, you know, they have the right mindset to just doing it wrong? And you could see here the G20, right? Financial Intelligence Unit India issues compliance showcase notices to 9 offshore virtual digital asset service providers. And I talked about this on my channel a while ago. I don't think it got a lot of coverage, and I don't care if it got a lot of coverage. What I'm concerned about is making sure that everybody was aware. Right here, G20 meetings could make or break crypto. Keep an eye on the G20 meetings. When I talked about that, only 162 views, but you know, India's current policy and political leaders are a little bit concerning when it comes to the framework that they're trying to help countries deploy and stuff like that. But you know, Binance was fine. CZ stepped down. I know there was some sketchiness that some of the other providers did. Bittrex. What's funny is Bittrex left the U.S. only to get blocked over in India. I don't think that's that big of a deal for them. And then we also got some other exchanges like Bitfinex, Mexi Global, Kraken, so on and so forth that India is really cracking down on. But India was ranked as the top country in Chainalysis Global Crypto Adoption Index of 2022, becoming the second largest market by raw estimated transaction volume globally, behind only the U.S. Growing crypto adoption has prompted India's regulators to take action. The country is working on a crypto framework, regulatory framework based on the joint recommendations of the IMF, International Monetary Fund, another group I said be careful of or monitor what they're doing, and the FSB, again, another group. And I mentioned, and I lead you to Coin Bureau, who talks about these various organizations and why it's important to see what they're doing and what they're trying to do and the framework they're trying to put out. Because many countries will adopt what their doctrine is or whatever their framework is. So just keep an eye on the situation. And those of the crypto fam in India, let me know, how is it there? Are you able to still transact? Are you being limited because of your government? Are you okay? Are you not okay? Let me know. Sound off. Really appreciate you guys, no matter where you are in the world. We're just one big family. Anyway, Solana's SOL dips below 100. We talked a little bit about this with the Ethereum pump, right? And I think Solana overtook Binance or BNB during that pump where it was, you know, climbing oh so high. You know, with the past 7 days, the height of almost $125. You know, it climbed past BNB to take the number 4 spot, but BNB has since reclaimed it. Over, what is that, 4 billion? Yeah, hundreds, thousands, millions, billions. So got 4 billion over Solana. We'll see how things go. Bonk craze has died off, and we'll just have to see. But be aware, as scam as a service is becoming more and more popular. It's not the same SaaS that we're used to, and it's aiding cyber criminals and crypto wallet draining attacks. All right, we've seen too many times. Follow Zach XBT. Too many times, whether I'm posting Zach XBT or a number of others are posting, warning about various projects or various drainer accounts on Etherscan or what have you. But yeah, they're becoming more and more profound. And I'm not sure if you've seen it, but on Altcoin Daily and a lot of the crypto influencers, those deep fake videos of the Ripple CEO or Michael Saylor or whatever, you can tell it's a deep fake because they didn't really cater or do too good of a job of making the mouth match the facial expressions. You can sometimes see, like, if the cheek muscles are not moving along with what the mouth should be saying, and you could just do it. Like, you just say words and you see what is happening with your jaw, your cheeks and everything. The mouth was not matching the rest of the picture, right? So I spotted it, but maybe not everybody was, and people are getting got. So just be careful of deep fakes. We've seen this with Elon Musk, with Vitalik Buterin, with a whole host of others. As crypto becomes more popular and people start talking more about it, you're going to see those bogus ads on the platforms that you like, okay? But yeah, I'm going to post this in the live chat and also in the description. I want you guys to always be aware of any scams or any scams, any phishing attempts, and post it on Twitter. If you need to, tag me, tag Zach XBT, tag the people that don't already know about it. I mean, obviously, if Zach posted it, you don't need to tag him. But, just get it out to the community. Make sure that they're aware so they don't fall for this stuff, okay? And also, I'd be interested to see you at Mind Disrupt. It's not till June, the end of June. But please, if you're going to Mind Disrupt, click the link in the live chat or in the description and go get yourself some tickets. Save your money, because if you use the link, you save money. It's June 25th through 27th. I'd be happy to see you. Of course, as I mentioned in the past, when people walk up to me and say my name, right, Vega, I might get startled real quick, but as soon as you introduce yourself, I'm back to, oh, hey, how you doing, right? Because I don't know everybody. I know you online, I just don't know everybody's faces. So, but I did meet a number of people. It was very good to see you, like Retro Mike. I look forward to hanging out with you again if you do come. Hopefully we'll have Crypto Mikkel with us and a number of others there as well, and it would be good to catch up with the fam all over again. But stay tuned, keep an eye on the channel, keep an eye on the Twitter. I'll keep you posted. Got some good things coming, a lot of projects that I got to work on. I got a lot of work to do. Overworked and underpaid, not only on my 9-to-5, but I'm really trying to grow not only this channel but me as an individual. But I'm gonna leave it there, guys. I'm not gonna even play those videos from Cathy Wood. It's gonna be the same thing we hear about the ETFs, this, that, and the other thing. But just hang tight, keep stacking them sacks. It looks like Red Panda is not going live today. And remember, I probably won't be going live today either. I found the ad. I'm skipping it, so no ad for you guys. I'm probably not going live next Saturday, not today. Today I'm already live. Duh. But any questions, any comments, concerns, anything that you want to bring to my attention, please let me know. Don't forget, putting a lot of effort into Yeti.uk. Should have another audit coming for you soon with a video actually tied to it. I might announce it, so just stay tuned for that. But the video probably won't launch publicly until Monday, because you know me, I always like to schedule things out in advance, especially when I get busy. I need videos there already, pre-made or edited, good to go for you to watch. I'm sorry, I am not the most timely individual as far as like covering things as soon as they come out. But a lot of my colleagues in the space do a great job of doing that. I just add to it later when I have that availability. Until I can take a step back from my full-time job and work on catering content and information and data for you guys full-time, my content's not going to be in real time. There are real-time updates for the members only of the channel, like channel updates and stuff like that. There is a Patreon as well that I'm still trying to grow, so bear with me. But I just, all this is on me on top of everything else that I need to do, not only for my 9 to 5, but also what I'm working on with Yeti.uk. So I appreciate your patience. I appreciate your support. You guys, many of you have been there from the jump, and I thank you for that. I always said in the past that I'm not changing for anyone. Some of my mannerisms and the way I do things have changed, and I know that has kind of not turned you off, but some of you have been perturbed by it. And so I try to adjust back. I'm open to constructive criticism. Just be respectful, and we'll make it work. But I am who I am. I don't change for anybody, and I don't plan on changing for anybody, even if I do make more money, or even if I do get a good job, or even if I do this full time. I'm not changing. I'm always going to want to be objective in myself. Obviously, got to let you know if there was a paid advertisement, which there was on this live stream. So keep an eye out for those, because we got to pay the bills, guys. We got to pay the bills. I wish you nothing but the best. And don't forget, you can go pick up a camera and start recording yourself. There's so many crypto mining content creators out there now. It is absolutely crazy. It's a blessing, right? It's a blessing, right? We're all bringing unique taste, flares, perspective, data. Go get your camera, start recording your journey, and share it with the people. Even if you only get a couple hundred views. I only get a couple hundred views right now during this bear market. It's okay. It's okay. Go get the camera, record it, share it, right? It's all right if your mom's the only one that likes the video. It's okay, because somebody else is going to like the video besides your mom in the future, okay? So it's a grind. It's been a grind for me for many years, if you look at the channel, and I don't plan on stopping unless I can't do it anymore. I don't know when that day will come, but I can't thank you enough for all your support, your help, and your kindness. I love this community, and I will continue to be a part of it for as long as I can, or as long as I am on this earth, or this realm, or this metaverse, or this matrix, or whatever the heck this is. I believe in a higher power, center of the universe. You may not, but we can coexist and have different thoughts, different opinions, different perspectives, and have no problems. Just a little give and take, right? We got to negotiate. We got to compromise. We got to make this work. This is our planet. We got to take care of it. We got to work together. So keep being nice to one another. Keep being kind. And keep working with one another to build the future, all right? Have yourself a good one. I thank you so much. And, yeah, I'm going to go grab some lunch and then get back to work. See you later.